What if I told you that free will, the freedom to make your own choices, might just be an illusion? Every decision, every action, every thought you think is yours could actually be out of your control. Wild, right? We live believing we're in charge, like we're driving our own lives. But what if we're just passengers, watching a story unfold that's already been written? Plot twist. We might be the main character, but we're not actually directing the show. So today, we're diving into the mind-bending science, philosophy, and mysteries surrounding free will. Let's see if our choices are really ours, or if life's just one big script and we're improvising lines we didn't even choose. First up, the brain. Every decision we make, big or small, starts here, but there's a twist. Research suggests our brains may make decisions before we're even aware of them. Picture this. You think you're deciding to reach for that donut, but your brain already decided to go for it. You're just catching up. Studies have shown that by the time we decide to do something, the brain's already on it, like a chef plating a meal we didn't even order. Take the 1980s, when neuroscientist Benjamin Libet did an experiment that blew everyone's minds. Participants were asked to press a button whenever they felt like it, while hooked up to brain monitors. Here's the kicker. Libet discovered a signal in the brain called the readiness potential that showed up before participants felt they had consciously decided. It's like your brain's got a head start, quite literally. So, are we really making decisions or just going along for the ride? But that's just part of the story. Our choices aren't just influenced by our brains, they're also shaped by our environment and experiences. Imagine this. You walk into a coffee shop, ready to order. You see a menu of options, from latte to cold brew, and you think, I can pick anything. But what if every single choice you make, from coffee to careers, is influenced by a web of past experiences, cultural norms, and subconscious nudges? Sorry, coffee lovers. Even your caffeine fix might be predetermined. Now let's throw another wrench in there, the unconscious mind. Sigmund Freud famously compared the mind to an iceberg, with only a small part, our conscious thoughts, visible above the surface. The rest, it's lurking underwater, controlling way more than we realize. Ever been drawn to someone or something for no reason at all? That's your unconscious mind at work, guiding your choices from the shadows. It's like the backstage crew of a play. They're invisible, but they're running the whole show. So if our choices are influenced by our brains, our environment, and our hidden unconscious mind, what does that mean for free will? Enter determinism, one of philosophy's more disturbing ideas. Determinism argues that everything, every action, every thought, is predetermined by prior causes. If we had a supercomputer that could analyze every particle, every neuron, and every influence in your life, determinism suggests we could predict every single choice you'd ever make. Yep, you're basically a very complex math equation. But don't worry, philosophers have a backup plan: compatibilism. Compatibilists think free will and determinism can actually get along. They argue that even if our choices are influenced by biology and environment, we're still exercising free will as long as we're acting in line with our desires, even if those desires were shaped by forces outside our control. So, sure, you're influenced, but you're still in the driver's seat. Sort of like the designated driver who didn't pick the bar, but gets everyone home anyway. Now, if we zoom out even further, quantum physics gives this debate a bizarre twist. At the tiniest levels, particles behave in unpredictable ways, existing in probabilities and uncertainties. Some philosophers say this randomness could open the door for free will. But here's the thing, randomness isn't exactly control. Just because something's unpredictable doesn't mean we're in charge of it. So if we're basing free will on quantum unpredictability, it's a bit like saying life's a game of dice but forgetting we're not the ones rolling. So where does that leave us? Is free will real or just an illusion? It all depends on who you ask. Some scientists argue that we're just a big mix of biology, environment, and unconscious processes, going through life on autopilot. Others believe that by becoming aware of these influences, we can still make choices that feel more intentional. It's like choosing a song on a playlist that you already curated. Sure, the playlist is set, but at least you can skip the sad songs. Maybe real freedom isn't about having absolute control over every decision. Maybe it's about finding meaning in the choices we're making, even if they're influenced by factors we don't fully understand. So the next time you decide on that donut, or pick up your coffee, or make a life-changing decision, take a moment to ask yourself, why did I choose this? What unseen factors are at play here? And is there a way to make this choice feel a little more me? If questions like these keep you up at night, or, make you question everything you've ever done, then hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into life's strangest mysteries. Because, who knows, maybe even subscribing was always part of the plan.